Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Hello, everybody. Yeah, Zoom. What's up, Zoom? At least we know it's like there's really people on Zoom. Thank you to the butts and seats. Thank you to the Zoomers. And of course, everybody on YouTube after the fact. My name is Drew Detster. I'm the owner here at 3D Wellness. And today we are going to talk about toxins in our home, specifically for home cleaning. This is the fourth part of a four-part series all about toxins. We've covered beauty care products, food, all sorts of stuff. The goal here is for you to have a resource. So when you're going to the store, you're shopping on the internet, or you're looking at that bathroom sink and, oh, I got to clean it, you know ways to do that without interfering with your health and wellness. In this particular presentation, I'm going to really hone in on a category of ingredient instead of just single ingredients. We're going to look at some products that we should avoid with replacements for all those products. And I'm going to use the American Lung Association as a reference for how dangerous some of these chemicals are. So really, I want it to be clear that this isn't an opinion piece. This is based on research, and some of that research comes straight from the American Lung Association. Let's get into it. Today, we're discussing a category of chemicals used by many to clean their homes. These chemicals are often used because they effectively dispatch dirt, germs, and stains. If that was the whole story, that would be a good story. Sadly, these cleaning compounds are not good for our skin, our lungs, our brain, and digestive tracts. Let's review some of the chemicals to avoid and products we can safely use to replace them in keeping our homes clean. Still want you to have a clean home. No need to memorize the list. Set it out while you look up the ingredients of your common cleaning products on the internet. If you need a digital version to have on your phone while you're shopping at the store, we can send that to you also. For all my YouTube people, if you want that list, here's our email address. Send us an email. I want to talk to you about VOCs, volatile organic compounds. These are organic chemicals that contain carbon and vaporize or turn from a liquid into a gas at room temperature, releasing gas into the air we breathe. Cleaning products contain hundreds of volatile organic compounds that are used to enhance their effectiveness. Concentrations of VOCs are consistently higher indoors, up to 10 times higher than outdoors, making them a major contributor to indoor air pollution. They can linger indoors for hours, days, or even months. Just to be clear, these are not forever chemicals. They get pretty close though. They're not quite forever. They do, or they have the potential to last for months. How are VOCs harmful to health? VOCs can irritate your eyes, your nose, your throat. They've been linked to headaches, nausea, and respiratory problems. In sensitive individuals, VOCs can also trigger respiratory problems, like inflammation in the airways and worsening asthma symptoms. Ooh. Long-term exposure to some VOCs has been linked to a range of serious health problems, including reproductive issues, nervous system damage, cancer, and the development of certain lung diseases like asthma. So I hope already in this presentation, it's really clear why we want to avoid VOCs. Yeah? Good. Cleaning supplies and household products containing VOCs and some other toxic substances can include, but are not limited to, the following. The first is aerosol spray products, including health and beauty products, aside from the cleaning products that we get. Fortunately, when it comes to aerosols, you can find aerosol products that are propelled, or the propellant is nitrogen-based. And nitrogen-based aerosol propellants do not mess with our health. Really good example of nitrogen-based propellant is the Native brand. They make body wash and soaps and shampoos. They also make a spray-on deodorant. That's an aerosol. They use nitrogen to propel it. So you can safely use that one indoors without worrying about it damaging your airways. So not all aerosols are bad. We want to look for the ones that have nitrogen in them. The next one is air fresheners. We're going to talk about air fresheners a bunch today. I put air fresheners and then a barfy face. There's a big misconception that I want to point out. Having a scent in the air, a fragrance, does not mean that anything is clean in that environment. We have those plug-in air fresheners. We have fragrance-based air fresheners instead of essential oil-based air fresheners. And a lot of these contain VOCs. People have them running inside of their house day in and day out when they're awake, when they're asleep, when they're away. So their homes are filling up with these chemicals in the ventilation system, getting pushed through every room of the house. So even if those plug-in air fresheners are in the kitchen, because you have common ductwork throughout your whole house, those chemicals are getting spread throughout your entire home. Further on the list, chlorine bleach, which a lot of people use for a lot of cleaning, and I want you to have a clean home. I can't make that clear enough. We're going to talk about ways to clean your home without using bleach. Different detergents, different dishwashing liquids have VOCs, dry cleaning chemicals, not all of them, but many places do. When it comes to those dry cleaning places, you want to seek out a natural dry cleaner and then call them up before you bring your clothes there and ask them what they use to clean the clothes. They'll usually send you a link or they'll email you a list. If you want to share that list with us, we'll review it with you so that you understand, oh, this is how they're cleaning my clothing. Are there dangerous chemicals in here, even though it is a natural cleaner? Furniture and floor polish, that's a big one. Oven cleaners, especially the aerosol-based ones. And then rug and upholstery cleaners. Around here, we give consults to cats and dogs. So every now and then a mess happens on the carpet. We have a really nice pet spot cleanup vac. Spray a little bit of water mixed with some enzyme cleaner. Cleans beautifully. There's no chemicals involved in it. So I want your rug and your carpet to be clean. I just don't want you to get exposed to dangerous chemicals in the process of that. Now, before we go into how to know if your cleaning products contain VOCs, any questions coming to mind? No? Okay. How to know? Product labels may not disclose all ingredients, and it's legal for them to not have to disclose all ingredients. So it can be difficult to know if harmful VOCs are present in your product. Labels that contain signal words like poison, danger, or warning indicate that they are toxic to human and animals, or please keep your pets in mind, or visiting animals. Products labeled with caution may be somewhat less harmful, but still potentially harmful. And fragrance-free or unscented options will likely have lower levels of VOCs. So let's say you have this really old, funky toilet, and only the heavy-duty stuff really cleans it for whatever reason. Maybe it's the enamel on it is wearing down, or what it was originally made out of is weird, or it's tough to reach it, whatever. One of the things you can do is look for the fragrance-free or look for the unscented option. Or within the same company, if they have a version that only says caution instead of saying danger or poison on it, again, that is a step in the right direction. We're always looking to get a little bit better. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, courtesy of the American Lung Association, there's a myth that clean happens after a strong scent. The reality of it is, clean doesn't have a scent. Fragrance is created using hundreds of different chemicals, many of which can be hazardous even at low levels. We really covered that in the beauty care workshop. So if you're looking for more info on that, on our YouTube page, just search for beauty care. Fragrance chemicals can be toxic to the neurological, the respiratory, the immune, and the endocrine systems. Endocrine means hormone system in men and women. Even natural scents contain high levels of volatile organic compounds and harmful chemicals. Fragrance-free products are better for your health, and they help you avoid those harmful chemicals. We really don't need the room to smell like petunias or fresh cedar or whatever for it to be clean. We're going to talk about helping the room smell very neutral so that we don't need a scent in the air. How do you limit your exposure to VOCs from cleaning products? The best way to eliminate exposure is to stop using products that contain VOCs. It's kind of a duh moment, right? But here's how. Look for safer products. They'll have a certification on their label from Safer Choice, from Green Seal, or from Eco Logo. When we see those brands, we know that these are safer products. Use everyday items like vinegar and baking soda that clean without the use of harmful chemicals. I got a great book I'm going to share with you that teaches you how to use vinegar and baking soda for cleaning. Ensure good ventilation when using cleaning products. That means open doors, that means open windows. In the bathroom, use those exhaust fans. If you're cleaning something in the basement, this last week, we're in southeast Wisconsin, and we've had a lot of flooding. So I know people are going to be cleaning their basement because there's some seepage from water. If you're using any kind of chemical to help clean that up, get a fan down in your basement, pulling air away from where you're working towards the open window if your basement has windows. And if your basement doesn't have windows you can open, I want you to have that fan pointing up the staircase so that you are pushing those chemicals away from you while you're working. And then never combine cleaning products. I thought everybody knew this. Turns out a lot of people don't know this. Bleach and ammonia, when combined, can create fatal gases. We know they're toxic for sure, but they can literally kill you. So please, no combining of bleach and ammonia. Before we go into all the swap them out, the swap this for that section, questions about VOCs. Zoom's good. Butts and seats are good. Beautiful. All right. I told you I would do this. If you want to get rid of bleach in your life, get the book, Salt, Lemons, Vinegar, and Baking Soda. It is a wonderful book. And what the author did was they compiled all the different ways to use those 4 ingredients to clean all the parts of your house. Toilets, sinks, floors, eating surfaces, windows. Wonderful little book. It's usually about 10 or 12 bucks online. If you have dishwasher detergent with microplastics, that's any of those pods, those little containers, those wrappers that they're in, those dissolvable pods, do not fully dissolve and they contain microplastics. We really don't need to add any microplastics to the world. There's plenty of them there already. We want to switch out those pods for the brand Blue Land or the brand Clean People. I like the Blue Land stuff. That's what I use at my house personally. The little tablets, they drop right in the dishwasher in the door where you used to put the pod. They dissolve easily. I am on well water with a water softener. I have had zero problem using this product in my dishwasher. If you need a dishwasher rinse aid, a lot of them come with colors and with fragrance, and that's all junk. You don't need the rinse aid to be blue for it to actually effectively clean your dishes. They don't have to add fragrance to it for it to effectively help you rinse your dishwasher. You want to look for the brand Lemi Shine. That's L-E-M-I. Again, all my YouTubers, if you want this list, just shoot us an email. Plug-in air fresheners like Glade. Okay, when you come to visit 3D Wellness, you'll notice in the lobby we have an air purifier from a company called Pura Cleanse. Wonderful company. It's got the standard stuff like a UV light in it. That helps with the immune challenges that are floating around in the air. It's got a HEPA filter, which we know pulls a lot of irritants out of the air. And it has a proprietary technology from Pura Cleanse that neutralizes mold. It is so wonderful to have a simple thing in your home that is neutralizing mold. So I can't recommend Pura Cleanse enough. And the result of having an air purifier running like that in your space is that you don't feel the need for a scent because the air is actually clean. So there's no odor to it. Like I said, we see cats and dogs in here. We got clients who show up for their appointment right after a workout. They're kind of sweaty and stinky. No big deal. We have the Pura Cleanse running the whole time. The other thing you can use are some essential oils. If you're going to use essential oils to help your house smell better, I really want you to look up our Wednesday weekly workshop on YouTube. It's in the Ask Me Anything playlist. where we had Be Divine. Her name's Beth. She runs an essential oil company, and she goes over how to use essential oils to help your home smell better without overdoing it, which can actually contribute to some of those airway issues. I strongly recommend looking that up. Hand soaps with fragrance. Want you to have clean hands? Don't want you to get exposed to fragrance? Look for brands like Mrs. Meyer's or Dr. Bronner's. They're really clean products, very safe to use. Same thing with household cleaners. The Mrs. Meyer's brand and the Dr. Bronner's brand, they have a couple of different options: floor cleaners, window cleaners, etc. Again, a company not using so much junk. And then toilet bowl cleaners. Blue Land, the same people who make the dishwasher tabs that I like, make a toilet bowl cleaner. And what I personally use is the recipe from the book, salt, lemons, vinegar, and baking soda. I use that. My toilet's really clean. It's really easy. It's really safe. I have a dog. I have 2 young kids. I have company that come over all the time. I don't have to worry about any of them with cleaning my house because I'm using that book. 2 pro tips. 1, never underestimate the power of steam. For floors, windows, and bathrooms, they all respond very well to steam cleaning. The Shark brand, they make vacuums. They also make a steam cleaner. It makes a variety of steam-powered cleaning devices. I love my Shark steam mop. I use it for a lot of things. It has a washable cover. It's a fabric cover. There's different types of covers, so if you need scrubbing action, like for a hard floor, versus there's more of like a buffing pad that you can buy for it. And I take that to my dining room table surface before company comes over. I would never want to use the floor pad on my dining room table. My dining room table is made of wood. It would probably hurt it. So it's nice that the steam cleaners have different coarseness pads, so we can use them in the bathroom on the tile and on the hardwood floor, on the tile floor, and use a different head for it, for a window, for a table, for wooden chairs, that kind of thing. Second pro tip, when dealing with mold, avoid using bleach. This came up in one of our Wednesday weekly workshops a few months back. One of our clients who owns a construction company brought this up. Bleach does not actually destroy mold. Using products from the brand Kilz, K-I-L-Z, is what we recommend. Kilz is not a natural brand, but the stress of unregulated mold is far worse than using a Kilz product temporarily to clean the mold up. I've heard this from clients so many times. The windows on my house, they are totally brand new, so a little bit of air sneaks in, and with that comes condensation, right? If it's hot outside and my AC is blowing, there's some condensation because the hot and cold air meet. And then, sure enough, a little bit of mold grows there because there's some dust on the windowsill, and that condensation is the dampness, and the sunshine coming through the window is the heat that mold needs to get its start. And Drew, I took bleach wipes to it, but all of that stuff just came right back. That's because bleach doesn't totally handle mold. You'd want to look at the Kilz product to help us totally handle mold. Also bring that up for all my Wisconsin people who just dealt with flooding. Look at this Kilz product if you have to deal with any cleanup in your basements or with your walls, because it's going to help us deal with mold thoroughly. Those are my 2 pro tips. Yeah. Questions coming to mind about anything in the handout? Some of this might feel like you're already an old pro if you've been participating in the 3 previous workshops. All right, that's what I got for you today. I appreciate all of you being here, the Zoomers, the butts and seats. Thank you for watching this on YouTube. Whenever you have questions, there is a reason we always keep our contact info up in all the content we produce here in our classroom. We do actually want to hear from you. We want to know what's going on with you. If you have questions, if you have concerns, you have a misunderstanding, we're here to help. We'll see you soon.